a historic agreement, or a temporary pause. As global tensions simmer, a surprising ceasefire deal between U.S. President Donald Trump and Russian President Vladimir Putin offers a glimmer of hope for peace in Ukraine. But with both sides under intense pressure, will this 30-day truce mark the beginning of a lasting resolution, or just a fragile break in a long-running conflict? On March 18, 2025, President Donald Trump and Russian President Vladimir Putin reached a landmark agreement for a 30-day limited ceasefire focused on energy infrastructure in Ukraine. The agreement, which aims to halt attacks on key energy facilities, marks a significant moment in the ongoing conflict and could signal a shift in the relationship between the United States and Russia. The ceasefire is set to prioritize stabilizing Ukraine's energy grid, which has been heavily targeted during the war. Both leaders have agreed to a temporary halt in military operations that specifically threaten the energy infrastructure. Russia will also limit military activities in the Black Sea region, while the U.S. will hold back from sending additional weapons to Ukraine during this period. This agreement comes at a time when both leaders are under increasing domestic and international pressure to bring an end to the war. The devastating impact on global energy markets, combined with widespread displacement and economic instability, has raised urgent calls for a peaceful resolution. President Trump, who has consistently advocated for diplomacy and de-escalation, sees this as an opportunity to reduce tensions. His direct engagement with Putin demonstrates his continued commitment to pursuing pragmatic solutions over ideological conflicts. For Russia, the ceasefire serves multiple strategic purposes. The ongoing war has put immense strain on Russia's economy, which is already reeling from international sanctions. Putin likely views this ceasefire as a way to temporarily relieve domestic pressures, both from economic hardship and internal dissent over the war's human and financial costs. Additionally, the ceasefire provides Russia with an opportunity to reassess its military strategy and avoid further escalation with NATO. Despite the positive nature of the agreement, there are significant concerns regarding its longevity and impact. Experts warn that the ceasefire is fragile and could collapse at any moment if either side perceives violations. While this represents an opening for further negotiations, critics fear it could embolden Russia or simply serve as a temporary pause in the conflict, rather than a comprehensive solution. In conclusion, while the 30-day ceasefire represents a hopeful step toward peace, it also leaves much uncertainty. The world will now be watching closely to see whether this agreement leads to a long-term resolution or if hostilities will resume once the truce expires.